Yeah. Right. What's going on, everyone?
It is the usual classic, and it's muted.
And Vinny's muted as always.
I'm not, am I?
You were.
It was, yeah, as always.
It's a pain
Yeah,
in the
you were
ass.
there for a sec, mate.
Evening, fellas.
Oh.
Evening.
Yeah.
And how are all our viewers?
Yeah, how's everyone doing?
How's all
Hope
the
you ain't all gone too crazy being isolated and locked in the house with the kids.
Welcome to my world, everyone.
What
Yep.
kids? I've got any kids. Never had any kids.
Just a couple of lumps in the back garden, yeah?
I was
I tell you what, I'd much rather be on lockdown than doing what I'm doing. Let's put it that way. God.
the neighbour asked what I do, and I said I'm digging 2 6-foot swimming pools. Don't ask me.
Then filling them with concrete.
Oh,
Right, everyone's really like been bored in the chat. Hello, chat. There's loads in the chat. Garth, Chris, Scott, Dave Moore, Alex, Ryan, Tracy, to name a few. Evening, I hope you're all not quite
Yeah, we've
low.
got lots.
how are we doing, everyone? Hope everyone's having a good Easter weekend, celebrating somebody getting nailed up on a cross and rising from the dead, and like in the zombie type fashion. You know, nice cheerful holiday Easter.
Yeah, just did my usual Sunday stuff.
Nothing then,
I'm
Chris.
not exactly the religious type.
Yard work done building planters. You must have been bored, mate. Jesus Christ! Like
Just do
That's
what
not
I did.
that sounds like
couple of,
something they should do, community service punishment. Who else we got
I
in
just
here?
got a couple of end caps off the big glass panes that they have from a local glass shop, or glass factory. Yeah, apparently that one's blank, Dave.
Interesting message, Dave. You're not used to your own type. Is that what that one is?
Oh dear.
Good at killer, are you, Tracy? How you doing, John, mate? You all right? Andy,
Yeah,
how you doing? David, Scott, everybody else, Gavin Lowe. Who else we got in here? Ryan, Alex, as usual.
Yep. The gazebo effect himself.
The gazebo effect. I think that the gazebo effect's actually behind the coronavirus and 5G.
You sure that isn't the microwave head?
It might well be. You know, but I watched the David Icke video and I'm totally convinced now. I'm totally convinced on it all because David Icke is like the paragon of truthful information that's not just completely made up bullshit.
Well, if it wasn't on The Simpsons, it isn't going to come true.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, I think that people need to stop watching Contagion, which is like #1 watched movie on YouTube, on Netflix right now.
Hey, Paul.
Right?
It's a much better film with Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, watch Pandemic instead. That's much better. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, it's a bit more brutal, but it's fun. That's actually the only movie that I've watched in a while that actually made me jump a few times. I was like, Jesus Christ, that's a bit fucking strong,
Never
isn't
heard
it?
of it.
What, Pandemic?
Yeah,
Watch it, mate. I don't really do the zombie movies as such.
I'm not a zombie fan.
But
I love them.
But this
The last two zombie films I remember watching, one was one of my favourites, and that's Shaun of the Dead. Done.
It's not really a zombie film, though, is it? It's a parody. But
Yeah.
we'll take it.
It's still got zombies in it, so it's still a zombie film. And then the other one is Resident Evil.
Yeah.
You are crap.
I like some of them.
I mean, as far as them sort of films go, I mean, like, I
can watch
find them
them.
like good for like comedy sort of value along the lines of like the Evil Dead type film. Like that's how I view all of them films. It's just, yeah, Vinny's looking loads clearer now. He's not on dial-up anymore.
Oh,
I'm
and he
not
cleaned
even
his
on
legs.
it. I'm not
He's
even
actually-
on it. It's not set up.
It's not set up.
Oh, look, he's on his dial-up, look. He's on his mouse-powered router.
He's changed the hamster. That's all.
Is a question for you: is it better to stick to RDA or do I go to MEC? I don't understand the question. I feel it's a trick one, and yeah. Now, what do you?
It's always. I always go by if you've been vaping long enough and you know your Ohm's law and you know your safety. It's always worth to try it.
Right, this is really controversial what I'm going to say now. You don't need to know Ohm's law. You just need to know vape battery safety. All right, you do not need to be a fucking scientist, right? You just need to know, oh, this is how many amps I'm using. This is how many amps my battery can take. Has it got a rip in it? No. Oh, well, it's good to go then. That's it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like all of this, you've got to be able to know this calculation and this and that and the other. And the worst thing is people think they know Ohm's law. They haven't got a fucking clue about it either. You know, like people saying, oh, 0.25 on the series, you're going to blow yourself up there. And it's like, well, not really. It's about 28 amps. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, people just obviously do not understand it, but they think they do. And they're going around and giving people shit on groups and stuff and calling people out and that. And in reality, they haven't got a fucking clue. So, you know,
they're calling people out, don't actually know themselves. So,
no, they don't. And it's one of these things that it just really gets on my tits big time. I see it all the time. And it's like people that are on mechs and stuff like that, they want to come across like they're some sort of elite vapor that understands the whole fucking science of everything, when in reality, they haven't got a fucking clue. Do you know what I mean? They want to make up, oh, no, you're not ready for this, you know, this, that, the other. I know people that have been vaping a month and then jumped on mechs and have never, ever had a problem. So as far as I'm concerned, as long as you've got good people around you, giving you the right advice, then go for it. Do you know what I mean? That's one of the things that we're here for. But it used to be tool fitter to trade, so electrics is not too bad. I learned quick. See, but you don't need to learn electrics. You don't need to learn any of that stuff. All you need to learn, right? Yeah, exactly. For once, Alex is right. I don't know Ohm's law. I just know what my batteries can take. Sorry, Alex, I'm only messing, mate.
Or is he?
Well, yeah. I mean, to be fair, Rebecca, though, a lot of them, you know, it's not exactly rudimentary mathematics. Do you know what I mean? There's a few different things. It can change as well from series and stuff like that. People don't work it out. They still work it out at 4.2 volts instead of 8.4. You know, and like saying things like I said, like a 0.25 built-in series is going to blow up. It might blow your lungs out your back. Do you know what I mean? It might be like, you know, a bit too powerful for you, but you know, unless you're using complete dog shit batteries, then you're going to be all right. And that's that.
Right,
How you doing,
anyway, what we're all using tonight?
Exactly, Paul. Salient point there, Paul.
Actually, I'm not that bloody bad.
Right, let's break up the Immortal boys. Josh, you can go first. What are you vaping on, buddy?
Grip, classic grip, vital combination, which the kits all go together.
Love that set, mate.
Some of our, this is the chameleon one, but it's sort of starting to fade a little bit, especially on the RDA. But it happens, you know, it's a few years old now. So that's got a half moon camo tip on top, some of Andy's Sub-Zero coils in there. And that has in it, after a recommendation from Ryan the other day, that has in it some Gorgon Spirit. This is the barrel-aged one. This is the Cursed Coffee. Really fucking good. I got a couple of them. The other one I'm saving a little bit because I'm trying not to vape it all too much. And a setup I literally just picked up. My Doom Diamond, Slugger Stack Extension, Apocalypse 25 gear. Again, some of Andy's series coils in this. Cheers, Andy. And that has...
He'll send you them.
That has so this I've just literally put in it for the first time. This is by a company called Non Noms. This is the glazed raspberry gravy rings, it's called, but it's a raspberry donut. It's really good.
I got really excited when I saw that juice. I actually thought it was gravy.
And I'm not on the beer. I'm on Jim Beam because I'm out of beer.
Christopher, you are next. You great big goon.
I'm on my usual hog.
He's a goon. The only
in
goon
that-
millimeter in existence.
The fat custard of what is left of it. With 2 bottles.
Show the label. Show the label. Plug it properly.
Show the label.
There you go. Caramel custard by
Custard.
Vaporoni.
Nice. That sounds nice.
It's beautiful.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah. It is really nice. And Vinny got me onto it. Next, I'm on the... I'm going to say Vupo. Yes, I'm on my WVV2 with Gears APOC.
Don't get it wrong, Chris. They're coming on the big weekend. You've got to get it right for that.
It's one of them. Next, I'm on some Sugar Lips that Josh sent me that he said I could buy off him last week. That finally come through. Put it into the little bottle for now. Next, I'm on Zidildo, the OP. Get it the right way around. Forgot you got to go backwards on here. And on that, I have got Icing on the Flake by North Shore, which is also quite nice. And I'm not normally one for like cakey, biscuity flavours, but it is quite nice and sweet, yeah.
It's like Frosty's flavour.
Yeah. And that's it. And all the coils are my own build. Because Andy just won't send on me, even if I do give him money. So send me some juice and some of your coils. The juice comes, but the coils never do.
Because I get first dip on those coils.
Hey,
Andy,
look,
you'd like to reply. What are you vaping on, buddy?
I am on my Odin 25 stack. Well, to be technical, Odin 25.8 millimeter stack. I've got, it's the full kit with a redemption on it. Got the Godzilla half moon tip on there, and some of my own series aliens, which are nice and black and fiery as fuck. And nice. In that, I am vaping on some. This is like one of my favorite juices now. Is the PB and Jam Monster, the strawberry peanut butter and jam. Fucking amazing. That's all I'm going to say about that. And I am on my Immortal Mods Atom. We've got an Apocalypse 25 deck on there, and the Lantern Cap, which is the smoked Ultim. I've got a set of Fralians in there, my own build, and I'm on the Raspberry Jam Monster in that one. That's not the peanut butter one, though. That's just the straight up raspberry jam. I just thought I'd give that one a go as well. I don't know what it is, but I'm really loving my jam vapes at the moment. And yeah, that's about it. That's literally all I'm vaping on today.
Okay, my turn.
Smock time.
Oh, you might be surprised. You might be surprised.
It's actually called Smock Clock, Andy.
Hello, everybody. Right, before I show you what I'm vaping on, I just want to big up something that's happening next weekend. There's a live stream going on YouTube on a channel called Say Yeti's Live TF4 Broadcast. They're doing a massive fundraiser for loads of different NHS charities around the country, including my local trust. Keep your eye on it. It's Zippy's nephew who's doing it. I just wanted to give it a big plug and say thanks, lads. Awesome gesture. Right, what am I vaping on? I'm on my Odin 200, as virtually always in a minute, with my Fatality.
Love that chip in there.
You, Andy?
I love that chip, the Vupu chip.
It's fucking spot on.
It is. I prefer it to the DNA. I'll be honest with you, mate. Like I really do. I just have it in variable voltage mode, and boom, fucking 3.8 volts, and it really kicks.
It does. It's yeah, I like it. And on there, I'm on the Sad Boy Butter Cookie, and I'm using my beater because I've been using this all day. It's my old Rinco Mekman 220. Absolutely battered to hell.
But still work.
Battered as my bloody Vader 3.
Tank with a massive Riot Squad band around it. And in there, I am vaping some Riot Squad, the Grapple Black Current. It's actually quite a nice vape. It's,
do you know what? Some of the Riot Squad stuff's actually decent, mate. I'll be honest. It is all right. Like, you know, it's not bad juice.
It surprised me. It really has. in a good way, because I didn't think it was as good as it actually is. I mean, the smashed apple pie is gorgeous.
I mean, I think the thing is go on, mate.
Go on, carry on.
No, I was just going to say, because people see Riot Squad as being like a juice that you'll see in the high street sort of vape shops and stuff like that. They just think it's going to be shit. Do you get what I mean? But it's actually not. It's really good, like, you know. Well, some of them are, like, you know, I can't speak to all of them. But, like, people think, you know, because it's more commercial type, you know, it's not as good, but it's really nice.
They've been around a long time.
Final setup was a request from a leaguer that I use this tonight. So I did some emergency coiling last night, and it's my Chubby Woody 2650 stack from AV with Elite V2 sat on the top. It looks a bit small on there.
Does it look on
that, I am vaping some of the custard crap from Vaporoni, as people are now calling it. And this stuff, 15th bottle I think I'm on of this stuff in the last 3 weeks. I just cannot stop vaping it, and I've got it in this thing.
Vaporoni, if you're watching, we want that rebranded LXV crack custard.
That'd actually be a cool idea.
I'll get off the solo mode and we can let Andy carry on talking.
Yeah, let's have a night off, guys. Just, Andy.
No, I was just reading the comments there. Think you have everything. Don't you, Vinny? I must be lucky. My local high street vape shops have decent juices. One does. I was more talking about the ones like you see in the middle of city centres that you go in there and all they've got is Blue and Jewel and this and that and the other, and they'll have Riot Squad and you know, like brands like that in there. So that's more what I was on about, not the decent bricks and mortar shops where you can actually get good juice and, you know, some rebuildable supplies and that. I think there's a distinction there between vape convenience stores and then vape sort of speciality type stores, if you know what I mean. Like, I think
you'll often tend to find stores you walk into, you can tell straight away how they're going to be by what is on the shelf.
Yeah, if they've got a big blue display there, you know what you're walking into.
Like, there are people that are in this industry to make a quick buck, and there are people in this industry because they love the industry and they physically want to be part of the industry and support the industry. And I can often tell that as soon as I walk into a shop, what sort of shop they are. And then you ask them a couple of questions and realise none of them don't know a lot, you know. They're the sort of people that will sell a mech to a person that has no idea what they're doing. But, you know, it's one of those. So.
But I think, though, that
I'm not saying that's all the shops at all, because, you know.
I think that they can't pass on the right information to the people, though, because they don't know the right information themselves. They've just literally just bought a shop, opened up wholesale accounts. The guy, sorry, I'm just reading the comment cut there. But the guys at Riot Squad do actually care about the flavour. They spend a lot of time working on them. They don't just mass produce them and smash them out. Not quite right, you know. But it's like I say, it's just one of them things that a lot of people, they just sort of pigeonhole stuff, don't they, if you know what I mean? And like they say, you know, this is this and this is that, you know. Good to go to Vaporoni as doesn't care about selling, but will listen to you. Yeah. I mean, that's what you want, really. You want a vape shop and you want to have somebody in there who actually knows what they're talking about and is going to give the right advice, not just try and extract all of your money from your, you know, from your wallet as quickly as they can. And you know, that's just.
You want a shop? I used to judge shops when I, you know, pre-TPD was how many people are in there hanging out, chilling, coffee machine, and just biting what they have on the shelves. If it was one of them ones, no one's hanging around in there chatting away, even to the staff. There's no coffee machine. And there's just products on there. No, they charge you for it anyway, so it ain't like them giving you free coffee. It's basically, there's people in there chatting away, having some fun. It doesn't always have to be the staff you get the information from. It could be the other people in there as well. That's how I learned about mechs. That's how I learned about making, you know, basic coils, things like that. That's how I transitioned from just buying stock coils and a tank to RDAs and mechs and things like that. That's why I actually moved on. It wasn't just turn up to the shop, buy what you got to buy, and then fuck off. I've been there for about 2-3 hours, just chatting away, having fun. Learning new stuff.
I generally stick to my local vape shops that I go in a lot of the time, and most of the time I go in there for a chinwag anyway. I end up buying more and more stuff because of the chinwag. But
I mean, I think every vape shop in my city knows who I am. I go in. I don't actually buy a huge amount of stuff. I buy the odd bottle here and there. They don't sell. Some of them don't sell stuff I like. Some of them don't. I'm a big mech user, so they sell a lot of regulated mods. I wouldn't buy mods from them really, but they know that. When I go in, and actually quite a lot of the time they'll ask for my opinion or something. They go, thinking about stocking this line of juice, Josh, what do you think? And I'm like, yeah, really good line, or no, don't bother. Do you know what I mean? So they respect my opinion, which is always nice.
The thing you got to realise as well is, it's a bricks and mortar shop. There's a shop I asked you the question. He said, "No idea, I don't vape." He was outside of a roll up. What a toss!
Avoid it like the plague.
Yeah.
That
tells you straight away what type of store that is.
Yeah, exactly. They're just not interested. They're just in it for the money and nothing else. And you've got to cut some of the shops some slack, because unless they're in a great big city or whatever, and they've got loads of people coming in buying mech stuff and everything, why are they going to stock a fucking shit ton of RDAs and this, that, and the other? Yeah, Vinny buying anything, myth. We need to get Mythbusters on that. But yeah, you can't expect them to have like 30 different RDAs in stock and loads of different mechs and this and that and the other if they haven't got an online side. If they've got an online side, then they will have, and that's the difference. If you've got ones that are just bricks and mortar and nothing else, they won't really sell a lot of mech stuff. They'll order it in for you if you ask them, because they obviously can get it from the same wholesalers and everything, but they're just not really looking to, spend out on 30 mechs that are 300 quid each retail, And, and like you say, like they'll only sell them to certain people if they've got scruples, So it's one of them things then that they're getting a product in that they're only going to sell to some people. And just as a business model, it doesn't work.
The industry has changed a lot over the last year or so. I mean, I remember a very local shop here called Flavor Vapor, who are part of Superior Vapor, I believe. Like, they are owned by the same big company. I used to go in there and they used to have loads of mechs that have loads of Purge and this, that, and the other. And I bought my first mech from there many years ago.
Ryan, make sure it's not actual. Make sure it's real money, not Monopoly.
It's got my picture on it.
Wouldn't surprise me.
But yeah, anyway, back to what I was saying.
Sorry.
But what I was going to say is that you go in there now and they don't have a single mech in there. It's all just regulated Chinese stuff, because that's their market and that's what they sell. So, all of a sudden the mech sale stopped, and they just had hundreds and hundreds of pounds worth of mech sat on the shelf. And the company was like, well, we'll take them back. Luckily for them, they were owned by a bigger company. So they said, we'll take them back and distribute to other stores and get them sold. But that's how. But when I went in there, I'd go in there probably twice a week, and every time I was in there, you'd see someone in there buying quite a high-end mech, but you don't see it anymore. Vinny's obviously...
I think we've upset him, talking about spending money.
You still hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately.
I was going to say that, but I thought it'd be nice. But now, I know a lot of brick and mortar stores, even if they do... Yeah, even if they like having customers hanging out in there, the main bread and butter is actually just like starter kits, regulated mods, Chinese stuff, just because it's bread and butter stuff, and they obviously have to keep making money to stay open.
You can sell perhaps 20, 30, 40 of them a week. High-end mech, maybe one a week if you're lucky in some shops, especially in certain areas and certain towns where they haven't. It comes down to logistics as well, and you've got to think about the marketplace of the town and the area where the shops are as well, and they have to fend for them. I mean,
Yeah.
my town's it's an industrial town, and we've got one shop, I think, that will really stock a lot of mechs and a lot of RDAs. Most of the others are aimed at the starter market, your pods, your geek vapes, things like that. It's also for courses, really.
Yeah, it's one of those. One of those.
He's got the sweats now.
You've got to
2 seconds. I'm just replying to a message. But yeah, so no clue as to yet whether the October Expo is even going to be on.
No.
And you know, I can't. If I'm honest with you, I can't see it. I think the social distancing thing's going to carry on for quite a while.
It depends. I'm not sure what I can actually say and what I can't say. The predicted peak is hopefully has gone, which was yesterday. Obviously, there's been a big drop in deaths today. Obviously, that's only hospital-based recorded deaths. But hopefully, they're hoping that is the peak. If that's the case and it continues dropping, then I think Expo will go on. If we see a resurgence because of all the idiots going out this weekend, then I think we'll see another spike in about 10, 11 days, which could screw Expo completely.
Well, that just means we'll just have to have another big weekend, doesn't it?
Yeah. Let's get this one out of the way first.
If anybody in the league is wondering, I'm on top of this shit. I've got it.
Josh is the man. Josh is the man.
That's
Without
not
Josh,
would mate.
screwed.
Oh. What I like to do, I like to just go, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do this, you do that. I like to boss people around. That's why they won't make the shop working, because I'm too bossy.
No, without your organisational skills, we would have been screwed. It's a massive.
No, everybody's played a part. You know, people have got contacts, people have this, that, and the other. I've done what I'm good at, so that's that. But it's going to be a really. Anyway, when we're on to that, people get sharing it, please. We'll put some posts out later. Please get sharing it, because it's going to be an amazing weekend. See Andy's moved his camera.
Stop snorting cocaine. Why the fuck would I want to do that?
Andy can't sleep as it is.
What else are you supposed to do with it? Fucking sprinkle it on your chips?
Yeah. I think he knows that one, Vinny.
Yeah, the OEC is a hospital. I don't know if there's actually people in there yet, but I know it's getting kitted out.
Yeah, I know we're getting one in Exeter at our big West Point Centre, a Nightingale, so it's underway right now. I don't know why, because the Southwest is really quite unaffected. We're the lowest in the country by a long, long way, but it will hit us, no doubt. So.
See, it's not over where I live at the minute. We've got quite a few cases in the hospitals and things, but and in the community. But it doesn't seem to be as bad. Obviously, the cities are going to get it worse. But
there's a lot of it.
Yeah, I mean, I live in a city that's really a town. Do you know what I mean? It's just a city because it's the capital of Devon. The only reason it's the capital of Devon is because it has a cathedral. So it's a tiny city, really.
Well, that's the only reason it's a city, isn't it? It's because it's got a cathedral. That's literally what defines a city from a town.
And that's why we're better than Plymouth. So I had to drop that in.
Because we've got, what do you call it? What's the name? It's St. David's, is it? And like that's literally a tiny little city. And it's got a cathedral just up the road, and it is tiny. It's like absolutely ridiculous.
Got another Iskin in the league. Iskin in the league is another Iskin. Iska's the Roman name for Exeter. So Iskins. So you learn something. You learn something.
I'm going through the comments and putting them up, guys.
Yeah, I almost thought I had to take a trip to hospital earlier when I fell down the stairs, thanks to my daughter leaving her baby on the second step down, which I didn't see, and went flying down the stairs.
Yeah, my mate's missus, she fell down some of the stairs in their back garden and broke a leg, bottom of her leg, like a shin. It was actually sticking out of the skin, everything.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, I just managed to do something to my Achilles tendon. That's all. I think I don't know what you can do to a tendon, but it hurts a little bit. I can walk on it, so I'm fine.
Yeah, there's loads
Anyway,
of
back to vaping.
Bring it back. Bring it back.
Or we can go on to another chosen topic, which is snacks.
No, not
snacks.
food again.
I think it's all everybody's doing at the moment is eating snacks, isn't it?
That's good news, Tracy. That's great news.
Yeah, that's really
Yes,
good.
more like Otaku, I completely agree with that statement.
All the stairs.
Jesus, how many people in Exeter are in the chat? There's loads.
Well, I work on Sidwell Street now, Colin. Literally the shittiest street in Exeter. All the tramps hang out.
Don't start Zippy. Oh, donuts. I love my donuts. Homer Simpson.
And he's a diabetic, folks.
Right. There's a chap that does the freshly made donuts for Wolverhampton, well, in Wolverhampton High Street, and he also does them for the Hollybush Garden Centre.
Snacks
Now, everybody tries to figure out where he is because they all joke saying that they're going to nick the donuts when he parks it up overnight. He literally lives about a quarter of a mile down the road from me, and he's like, "Oh, I won't tell him where it is." Snacks. Good.
See, there's another, like I said, I've mentioned this channel before. There's another channel that's called Cakes and Vapes, and they make cakes at the same time. And they're based in Exeter. It just shows how backwards we are. And he's also called Josh, which doesn't help my cause.
Oh, that's interesting, Christopher.
Yeah, good. You don't actually want to live here, Colin. I mean, I live here because I was born here, but
truthfully, that is one of the things I did notice, that since I vape, I don't eat as much junk food as I used to because I have sweet flavoured juices.
Nah, I still eat shitloads.
That's you, Finner.
It's my crutch.
It's your what?
It's his crutch.
Oh, I must get in here now for this battery.
Oh, what joke? There's that many comments.
Yeah, what joke, Alex?
I missed that. I'm scrolling back through. Dread to think, oh, here we go.
Anyway, has anybody got anything new this week? I mean, I know the post is slow.
It's a bit of a day.
No, I haven't had anything. Problem bit of bits and bobs. I haven't had anything new for a little bit. I'm looking up. I really can't wait to get one of the Viking grips. They really look.
Yeah, the Viking grip.
Yeah,
Got one
they look
over
nice. They do look nice.
You know, and
And you, Nathan.
a lot of people are looking forward to getting them because they can run a 30mm on it as well, which is novel.
I've only got one 30mm Atty, which is. I've never got a big Atties, to be honest with you. The Death Trap. I got a Death Trap from you, didn't I? And I just couldn't get on with it. And I know everybody raves about the Death Trap and the Death Trap 2.
Death Trap is great for squonking unregulated. It's what I think they're good for myself. Like, you know, they're a great squonk Guardier for regulated.
I don't like single coil builds on mechs. I've never liked a single coil build on a mech.
But if you use it on a series, then they're really good. Do you know what I mean? Because you can do like a single build. Have a great show, fam. Yeah, we'll do that. Can you take it easy, mate?
Rabbit, bro. Sorry, Andy, carry on.
It's all right, no worries.
Wrong show, Scott.
Sorry, I've just got loads of people messaging me about coils and all kinds of shit.
Sorry.
It's just like, ugh, leave me alone.
You can order coils from Andy, but Andy lives in the middle of nowhere in Wales and doesn't have a bus service at the minute, so nothing's getting posted for a while. So
Yeah.
just we'll get the coils when they arrive.
I've got the
All I've had this.
what's it? The
All I had
OMEC.
this week, vape boys. Go on, Ant.
I was just going to say the OMEC is a 30mm RTA that I actually quite like. I didn't get on with it at first, regardless of it being or my affiliation with them. I didn't actually like it. I thought it was shit. And then I messed about with it a bit, and now I've actually managed to get it's on par flavour wise with any other RTA that I've used. You know, now that I've got the wicking right. The problem what I noticed with it was, because it's a big RTA and it's got a big deck in it and you can fit big coils in it, people automatically put big coils in it. But the bigger the coil, the more amount of wick and the more compressed the wick goes when it goes down into the juice portholes. So if you use big coils and you stuff a load of wick in there, then it doesn't wick. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't wick properly. So I just put some normal 3mm coils in it, really fluffed the living shit out of it, and tucked them in, and the flavour was absolutely amazing. And I kind of felt bad that it'd been sat there for a year on the side doing nothing.
Even in that monster, you don't need massive coils. I mean, that's a Mason dump tank. You can run 3 mil as long as you fluff the cotton.
Yeah.
No leakage, no nothing.
I
think
you need to put
3
big coils.
millimeter is very sweet spot in most things, to be honest with you. It's just.
I mean, I like
the coil just looks so tiny in them. They're just lost. But I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the Elite V3. Like, the Elite V2 is much better.
Yeah, I prefer the Elite V2. You know, absolutely love the Elite V2.
Too much airflow. So this is one of my features. I got bored, so I mixed up all my seeds colour-wise.
Yeah, Scotty Marvel messaged me. He goes, "Do you know anybody who's got any Elite V2s?" I was like, "I know loads of people that have got them." He's like, "Do you know anybody who's got these?" I was like, "No."
But I can't even get an Elite V2. I'd love an Elite V2, but that's very fucking all shit.
Never tried one.
Well,
I'll trade you for an Elite V2.
I'll sort one out for you, actually, Josh, saying that. Because
I want an OMEC as well. I'm gonna get an OMEC ordered, I think.
Get the OMEC, and it's better, the OMEC, if you get the shorty tank with it.
The shorty tank.
Yeah, the shorty tank. Where it's obviously shorter, it's got a smaller chamber, so it condenses the flavour better. And I didn't think it'd make that much difference, but it does. I've got a couple of lipo mods, Scott, and I do like them, but I always come back to mechs. You know, as much as I like everything else and billet boxes and, you know, what have you, I always come back to mechs. Still can't beat Titanium Goon Killer. Yeah. The TIs, like the Redemption, the Mech Lives, and all them, there. But as far as I'm concerned, they're the cream of the crop. They are, RDA wise, just absolutely awesome. You know, I love the 24mm Apocalypse, but the 25,
that's the Redemption, Titanium Cat.
Fucking beautiful.
I do like the look of them.
That's the Mech Life. Sorry, we're not.
USA one.
That's the USA one. Yeah, one of my favourites. It's Thai though, isn't it? It's titanium.
Yeah,
that's the one I want.
It is, yeah.
Anodized titanium.
Yeah.
It'd be better if it was, you know, like a Union Jack, but
yeah.
Still
red, blue though, isn't it?
Where do you think they got those colours from, mate?
I know. I've Russell the French.
I'm not going to say much about the French.
I've got 4.
I did that a few weeks ago, and people didn't like me. So.
Thing is, is like with RDAs and stuff like that. I think once you find the one that you like, you know, you kind of tend to stick with that kind of thing. I don't get these people that are chopping and changing their RDAs every week, and you know, like I don't know. It's but you're doing reviews and stuff. It's different, you know. Yeah. It's one of them things, and it's like people say to me, "Oh yeah, but this RDA is better than the Apocalypse because of this," and I'm like, well, yeah, but is it that much better? I actually want to go out and spend any money on it when I've already got like 60 Apocalypses here that are good enough for me. That you know, I don't see the point in me going out, because what happens is I'll buy another RDA. I put a build in it, I use it for about 5 minutes, and then I unscrew it and I fucking fling it over on the side, and it sits there for about 3-4 months until I decide to sell it to someone. And that's what happens with every single one, other than the Apocalypses and stuff like that. Even, you know, some of the other Immortal RDAs I don't like quite as much. Yeah, that's actually right. It's just because Vinny's lazy. Not only ginger, but he's also lazy. Two qualities that I really deplore. You know, it's just there's two serious characters.
Should see the state of half of his copper and brass mods.
Really? Which one?
Okay. Who did you pay to have? Who did you pay to clean that?
Dirty.
He didn't. He just stuck it through the glory hole and it just got polished. He pulled it back out.
But yeah,
you won't get the dirty ones. You'll just show the clean ones.
I've always had in my vaping lifetime one sort of go-to RDA, and it has changed a few times, but generally there's always one I will go back to, no matter what. I'll vape something else for a little while, and then I'll go back to the same one. I prefer this, but that's just me. And everybody's different, and that's what makes life amazing. Otherwise, it'd be boring, wouldn't it? If everybody used the same thing all the time, it'd be boring.
Is it true? Excellent.
Leave my city alone, people.
Yes, Nasty Boy was exactly right. All RDAs are personal perception, and apart from when it comes to the Apocalypse.
Music, art, RDAs, all personal. There we go.
Yeah. See, I did once say the Apocalypse was the grandfather and the king of all RDAs. It's probably still true. I don't think the M-Take V2 comes close, because I really like that RDA. The only thing I have with that RDA is the airflow control pisses me off.
And I do love the original Goon. I mean, I don't own one anymore.
I've never got on with Goons. Never got on with them for reason.
It's the first RDA I fell in love with was the original Goon.
Yeah, I liked the Goon, but what I didn't like about it was them fucking screws. I hated them bastard screws.
Yeah. I mean, every RDA has its issues. Don't get me wrong. There can always be something better for somebody.
Yeah, you know, and it's one of them things. It's, you know, it's like anything. You know, some people will prefer fucking chips cooked in a certain way. Other people will prefer them done in another way. It's like anything, you know. It's like with juice. I really don't get the point in juice reviews. I don't get it. Do you know what I mean? I really don't, because
it's just Andy. Don't be like that. Share the law.
No, it's just stupid, because like you could like something and say it's really nice, and I could try it and say it tastes like shit, but we're both right. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not wrong because you like it and I don't like it, so I'm not wrong. And it's one of these things, is people like, they go, oh yeah, I'm going to go and get this juice because I've seen Vinny's vaping it. It must be good. And see, I'm the opposite. I see Vinny's vaping it and I avoid it like the fucking plague.
Here's another RDA that I really like. And have
what's that? Top
mod. I mean, this is the girliest looking thing you'll ever see, but I love it. I don't know why. I will never get rid of it. Probably because I couldn't sell the fucker. I tried to sell it. It didn't sell, and then I was like, I'll never get rid of it.
Like, a lot of coil builders love the Goon, and the only reason they love the Goon is because of how big and wide you can put coils in it, if you know what I mean. You can really get, like, you can get like 5-core fucking stags in it and all that kind of stuff, you know. Whereas some of the other ones, like the Apocalypse race or the Turk, the M Turk, it's got the post screws in the middle of the clamp. you know, so you've got a bit of a small gap. So, you know, but I don't stagger. I don't stagger them. I stack them both in the centre holes and crank them down. Less leg loss on it. It's so much easier to build, and you don't have to fucking bend all the coils around all off. Be honest, how big a difference does one brand have over another? A cheap RDA over an expensive RDA? Think the most budget build you can think of. How much improvement we get spending a fortune on something similar?
It comes down to materials used, Christopher. That's all I'll say on that. If you're spending more on an RDA, say like a titanium Apocalypse RDA as an example, you get a silver deck, a silver coated deck, which improves conductivity, which improves hit, which improves performance. So it swings around. I get what you mean. I mean, I've just recently got the Dead Rabbit V2. Purely because it was white and it went with a mech that I got. But the flavour on that is banging, and it's a cheap RDA.
Yeah, I mean, look, right. At the end of the day, it's just whatever it is. I mean, like you could say the same thing about shoes, for example. You know, some people will walk around in a pair of fucking Crocs like Vinny, right? And you know he's happy with them.
Don't wear Crocs. You know,
and then you get people. And you know, I walk around in a pair of fucking gold snakeskin fucking Air Force Ones. Do you know what I mean? And it's like everybody is different. Some people wouldn't want to wear them. I wear them because other people don't, and they match my fucking giant envelope.
I'm not showing you what's on my feet. No.
He was taking the piss out of Andy today because he was sat there on his sofa with a fucking dressing gown and a pair of fucking gold snakes, crocodile fucking Jordans. Dressing gown.
Wow.
Crocodile.
I can't not wear shoes though. I've got to always wear shoes when I'm walking around because I've got no feeling in my left foot. I end up with fucking coils stuck in the bottom of my foot and don't even notice it for about 3 days. So I've got to wear shoes. Right, Simon, I totally agree with you. But as everybody's taste buds are different, and everybody has a different perception on taste, and whether or not it tastes like what it says on the label is, again, that is down to personal perception. I'll give you an example, right? One of the Welsh national dishes is called cow, right? Which is basically a soup, stew of sorts, right? Now, every single family, right, will have a different way of making it. But it's still cow, and they all still like it. But one person won't like cow that somebody else makes because it's not how their nan made it. And this is the difference. And it's the same.
A more English way to put this, Annie, would be everybody's roast dinner is different, and everybody loves their own roast dinner. Right?
Exactly. People that have cauliflower cheese with gravy need a punch in the fucking face.
People that have cauliflower cheese with gravy. Cauliflower devil's fucking
cauliflower cheese. Oh.
People have dinner, man, and I'm like, you need a slap.
Cauliflower is the devil's fucking smegma. That's what it fucking is, man. It's disgusting.
The Welsh Hugh Hefner.
He wishes.
He's not Welsh. He's English.
Yeah.
He lives in Wales.
As Welsh as Joe Calzaghe. Joe Calzaghe, the pride of Wales, born in Islington to 2 Italian immigrant parents and moved to Wales when he was 5. But yeah, the pride of Wales.
Yeah.
People also said he was a good boxer as well.
Oh, I disagree with that statement.
Yeah, but, right, okay, so Simon, pineapple tastes like pineapple, strawberry tastes like strawberry. That's your point. Okay, so what? Sweet strawberry, ripe strawberry, wild strawberries, pineapple. What? Like pineapple cubes or like pineapple, like from Del Monte? Which one? There's variations.
Cola cubes, Coke. Like there's so many different flavors.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like saying Coke and Pepsi taste identical.
No.
Exactly. Mushy peas on crypto dinner. Are you having a fucking laugh? Someone block him.
Fucking hell.
Jesus
What's
Christ.
wrong with people? Cauliflower and cheese with the roast dinner and no fucking mushy peas.
I've got a mate, he puts vinegar on his roast dinner, mate, and I'm just sat there and I'm like...
No. Why?
But then he has corned beef and salad cream sandwiches at work. Like corned beef is just like dog food. It's just like, you know, like tin tuna is just like a step up from cat food, isn't it? You know, like corned beef is the same.
What are you chewing down on?
Devil's smegma, apparently.
Cauliflower. It's the devil's smeg, man. It's the devil's smeg. It's hideous, dude. It's like I remember.
I don't like cauliflower. I'm gonna stir fry as well.
My wife went on a keto diet, so she made herself a cauliflower pizza, and literally I couldn't be in the house. It smelled so bad of cauliflower. I was urging. It's just like, this is hideous. Like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing in my fucking house?
Paul,
with cauliflower.
Paul, you do realise mushy peas and peas don't have a face.
That's a good point.
I love peas on my roast.
Ketchup on a Sunday dinner.
Peas.
Well, yeah, I mean, my son Jake's got a sensory disorder, so like he doesn't eat a lot of stuff because of the texture and stuff like that. So that's different. You get kids that are like that, and it's just one of them things, But as cauliflower rice ain't bad.
No, it's absolutely fucking vile.
I was going to say, ain't fucking good. I don't know about.
What? Have rice.
I knew he'd say that. Is there anything that you won't eat, Zippy? I mean, like, literally, after last May, me and him went in Subway, and he got two 12-inch subs and just ate them like it was nothing. And he's about that wide. Like,
you know that film about that? You know that film about the Argentinian rugby team where they crash in the and they decide to eat human flesh? That would have been Zippy straight up. But I'm just going to eat the pilot like now because I'm hungry. Or that Blackadder episode where they go off with the captain and he's like, "Oh, we got to drink our own urine." Oh, did Captain Redbeard worry? Oh, he's been drinking it for weeks. That would be Zippy.
Is that the one with Baldrick where he's making rat van? It's a rat that's been ran over by a van. Take a freshly shaved rat, marinate it in a puddle for a week. That was his basic. That was Baldrick's trench cooking methods.
You have two beans, and you had two beans. What do you have? A very small casserole.
Yeah.
Cauliflower flavoured vape
I put that up on Facebook the other day, didn't I? Because I'm getting so sick. Right, who else is getting sick of these stupid maths questions on Facebook that have nothing to do with maths? Right? It's like if you're not good at maths if you can work out that there's 4 eggs in this basket and this witch has got a fork that's got 3 prongs on it and this and that and the other. It just means you're good at playing spot the fucking difference. It's got nothing to do with maths. Fuck off. Do you know what I mean? 5 times 5.
I'll just ignore it.
What do you do? Fucking people like that. Fucking. It is though, but people they get a fucking one of them right, and they think they're a walking, talking Stephen fucking Hawking, and it's like just fuck off with it. I've had enough. Facebook's driving me nuts.
Well, welcome to this week's episode of Andy's Rants.
Well, it's good to have
him. Yeah. The other thing that's getting on my nerves, really, I've just got to say this, right? It's all these conspiracy theories and stuff about 5G. If I see one more David fucking Icke video, right, like the next person that posts them, they're getting fucking blocked and reported to Facebook for fucking putting up fucking bullshit. If you can do that, like, do you know what I mean? Well, I suppose actually Chris would have been banned from Facebook ages ago if you got.
Actually, my main Facebook profile, last I knew, was on its final ban. If he gets banned one more time, he's totally gone for life.
If I have 18 mushrooms and I eat 18 mushrooms, how much am I tripping balls?
Don't mistake my enthusiasm for aggression, Scott. I'm just a very enthusiastic guy.
No, he's just a very angry little man.
Andy's never
only a fat fucker would call somebody who's 15 stone little.
I was talking about in height wise.
I'm fucking 5'10" up. Fucking.
I'll tell you what, this is the most talking about lockdown. Before lockdown, obviously, I was getting prepped for boxing. I've lost a lot of weight, and all I've done is I've got fatter in the head than I was before. It's really annoying.
Please ignore the dog. She's decided to have
Who needs an LXV workout show? An LXV vaping workout show with Josh? I reckon we can get more views than Joe Wicks.
Just be doing Mr. Motivator type style stuff. See him there with some spandex on and that.
I've got my mankini.
Blaster.
I can wear that. I can wear the mankini.
Time to spam.
We
Spam alert.
We get so off topic. It's amazing, isn't it?
But yeah, so
who else needs a haircut?
Haircut?
I don't have that problem. Hair's overrated. That's what I say. Vinny, I really don't know what that is on top of your head. It's like it looks like Will-O-the-Wisp is like fucking died on your head or something. It's like I just don't even know what.
What's that program? He looks like Chuck from Rugrats. That's what he looks like.
Chucky. That's him. Chucky from Vaping. That's it. You nailed it. Josh, you nailed it, mate. Fucking Chucky. Not that Chucky. That Chucky.
Vaping Chucky.
Looks like a Cabbage Patch Kid. Do you remember them? The Cabbage Patch Kid cards. Ronald Reagan and fucking all the other. Oh my god, they were fucking hilarious. They'd never let kids have them these days, would they?
No.
Garbage Pail Kids, wasn't it? Is the be right back. Dog has decided she wants to stay up. Fucking hell, Chris. Don't let your wife see you. Fucking that.
I changed that bit because I just got fed up with it. Like
I'm back.
Being stuck in the house with a wife that doesn't like a beer is really annoying, so I shaved it.
Man, it's true. You see loads of people at the moment are all like going to pictures of them on Facebook like that. My new look, shaved head. Yeah, it's because the barbers are closed, mate. But you know what I mean? Like it's as simple as that. I agree, but the other head says I'm not allowed to shave your head. Well, you know, yeah, Garbage Pail Kids, that's the ones. They were the best ones. Emo Josh. Josh looks like Eddie Furlong in fucking Terminator 2. His hair like that.
It's poking me in the eyes, dude. It's fucking horrible. I'm gonna go for Misfits, Josh.
Yeti, I think you played at the start of the show, buddy.
Yeah,
The lad who's 3-minute gaming for the NHS.
No, I'm not going to sing that song. That song's really not an appropriate thing to sing. Right
Garbage Pail Kids were awesome. I loved them. They were fucking brilliant.
I liked Pogs.
Pogs?
Pog?
I remember them Pogs.
Pogs. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Pogs.
Yeah, I'm too old for them, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm a little bit too old for them. They kind of came as I was just.
That's for the young. That's for people about 10 years younger or something. They were.
You know what, I don't actually like. I don't know how old any of you are.
I'm 40.
I'm 34.
23.
Fuck off.
How old are you, Vinny?
It asks for your age, not your weight.
Even then, he's
Oh dear.
Paul,
I'm starting to look feral. Starting. Fucking hell. If Paul starts to look, I want to know what that looks like. You already are. Yeah, true. I'm only 30 something. Yeah, fucking 39. You fucking twat. Paul's almost my age. So you're actually older than me, aren't you, Vinny? Not by much, I think.
Yeah.
I think it goes Zippy, Vinny, you, Taco, either me or Josh.
Well, you're 30. I'm younger than you.
Yeah.
So it was me and then Josh is the youngest.
I've always
No, what about Nathan? I don't even know how old he is.
Nathan's older than me, definitely.
I think Nathan's about my age as well, actually, saying that. But then again, I just assume that people are. I don't know why. Alex Birds, I'm your dad. Right. Look at that. What's your name? Martin McFly. You got a time machine. Yeah, bollocks. I'm on 37. You've been on 37 for fucking 2 years, mate. Like, fucking hell. You don't get to leave out leap years. That's not what a leap year means, mate. You still got to count it.
I hate being the youngest, dude. It sucks ass.
Mate, wait until you're one of the oldest, and then you won't be saying that at all, because that's what
I'm
ends
only
up.
the oldest because I've got you guys forever. So I'm always going to be the youngest.
Vinny's going to die of gingivitis soon. So's Chris by the looks of that fucking beard he's got on the go.
Money just I can actually grow one.
It looks like he's been eating ginger candy floss fucking out of a nose bag. I don't know about I'm the paddy. All right.
See, I'm not that ginger.
You're not that ginger.
It's ginger.
Yeah,
When I said Chucky from the Rugrats, I'm just thinking back to you at Expo in those fucking dungarees, Vinny.
You look like something off a Bubba Sparks video, didn't he? With the dungarees on. It was like expect to see him chasing a pig around. Pig's like that.
All he was missing was his pitchfork.
I'm gonna get killed when I buy a Viking. Well, as long as it's a Viking mod and not the sort of like rape and pillaging type Viking, you'll be all right, mate, I think. Bollocks, you are a proper carrot head. That is correct. He is indeed.
I'm a caller. You can see me.
Chris is starting to look a bit like a budget version of Tyson Fury.
A budget Tyson Fury.
Who's it all budget Tyson Fury?
You're like an Audi or a little Tyson Fury. You're like a happy shopper. You're a happy shopper, Tyson Fury, dude. I'm assuming happy shopper was everywhere in the UK, right?
Yeah.
No.
Talking
What?
about beard with your lash.
Happy shopper weren't shit enough to go to fucking the Midlands. We'll avoid that.
That ginger is still on the spectrum, and that's coming from a fellow ginger. Yeah, he is definitely on the ginger spectrum. Old vapor.
Yeah, what are we on?
Wolverine.
We've got 80 chat.
Budget Wolverine. Josh is a budget Jonah Hill.
Wait,
Groom. Groom.
I was when I had a beard, a slight beard. No, I just look like. Do any of you remember that O2 advert with the little fucking like half horse person who just sings this stuff? No,
No.
No.
I'm gonna find the picture.
Oh, quick save.
Quick save.
Oh,
It's
quick
actually
save.
spelled with a K. Quick save was.
Yeah.
It was quick save
I
with
was about
a
to
K.
A
I
quickie
know.
save.
I worked in a butcher section in one when I was a kid.
Quick save.
One in Swindon.
I remember quick save really well.
Behind the butcher's counter, Andy. That'd be quite scary seeing you in a butcher's counter with a big cleaver.
Yeah.
I'm pretty handy with a blade.
Moving on swiftly.
Yeah.
Just unfortunately not a razor blade.
Well, Cellnet actually turned into BT Cellnet, and then do you know what I mean? And then they sold it, and then they bought it back as O2, and BT bought that back at some point. It's just one of them stupid
Butt
things.
Cellnet. I don't remember Butt Cellnet.
Happens all the time, man.
I remember BT Cellnet.
Companies fuck up. They go to administration. They come out with a different name. It's classic business.
Yeah, it's called Phoenixing, something they meant to have got rid of years ago, but they still do it. It's like a classic double glazing company type style of running a business, and that's just going to liquidation, sell all of the assets off at pennies on the pound to the other company.
I'll tell you one company that's been around for 40 years in the UK and never had to change its name.
No frills.
Summerfield.
I remember them.
Now you're talking.
There you
My
go.
mum used to look. Eh? Quick save,
Summerfield.
yes.
No, Summerfield. I haven't seen the Summerfields in ages.
Summerfield.
Yeah, they went bust years ago.
They got bought out by Co-op ages ago, dude.
Yeah, Summerfield's turned into, well, Summerfields and Safeway, I think they kind of got all combined into Morrison's in the end.
I remember Netto's.
Summerfield got turned into Co-op, which has recently been turned.
As there is actually fucking Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My brother called them out a long time ago.
quite literally as well. As was quite literally is Walmart, because the one by me actually says Asda and then underneath Walmart in equally large letters.
Yeah. Mine done.
Oh God, I couldn't stand this ready salted.
Oh, yeah, man, ready salted for the win, dude.
My mum
No,
would literally buy
boring.
no
Boring.
frills,
You can add
everything.
your own flavour. You can add vinegar, Jack Daniel, anything you want, and
Yeah.
it turns into a flavour.
I had some of the steak flavoured Doritos the other day, and I've got to say it was a life changing experience.
We're back
Yeah,
on
right,
track.
right.
They were
We're back
fucking
on track,
awesome.
dude.
I've got some Gateway, yeah, I remember them.
Yeah.
And
They
I've got
got
some,
bought out by Summerfield and then got bought out
Yeah.
by Co-op and then got bought out by Morrison's. So
yep.
Who
Some
remembers the old
I
fish and
remember
chips,
them as well.
Chris?
Who remembers back in the day where if you got bitten by a dog, you'd have got a slap for annoying the dog? But these days, if someone gets bitten by a dog, the dog's got to die, the whole breed's got to be banned, and fucking it's a big media fucking circus. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just like, what's going on in the world? What's up with people?
I remember white dog shit on all the footpaths.
Well,
Get the words out.
White dog shit.
someone's watched Step Brothers
Well, that's what
recently.
you do with Marrowbone.
All Doritos.
I don't know, but I think it was due to like a lot of people used to give the dogs a bone regularly, and now they don't.
They don't give them cooked bones, any like if they've got
Actually,
any
Kate, I actually have a soda stream. I
I
actually still have one.
Soda stream to the
I've got
body,
the new ones out.
anything fizzy.
Well,
What
for the VGod, they just mainly do juice now, really. Like VGod, that's what people need to understand is that VGod were originally a juice company. They brought out a couple of bits of hardware, but they are primarily a juice company. Right, you know, so like they bring out the odd bit of hardware here and there, but that was never really what they were all about. I mean, even though 2017, I believe it was the Pro Mech was the biggest selling mech of 2017. Which, you know, but like that's because of how many they made and how cheap they were. And, you know, you compare that to companies that do limited runs of mechs and stuff. Slushy machine roll on the summer, nice.
Thing is, we live in England. We don't get
Oh,
summer. Only about an hour or two.
We just had our summer now in Wales. We just had it like while we were on lockdown, we had summer. That's it, done now. Back to rain every day. Fucking great. Good old Wales, the rainforest of the UK. Fucking, it is very annoying. So, has anybody got any subjects then that they want us to?
Anybody in the chat want to talk about something other than snacks and white dog poo? Seriously? Come on, any questions? Any vape related questions?
Yeah, not to do with white dog turds. Unless
You
you're
will
vaping.
accept munchies.
Summer is the best day of the year in Newcastle. I like Newcastle, actually. I went there once for a laugh and came back in stitches. Very friendly people.
You're missing out, Paul.
Don't have dogs way too much effort. Yeah, you just fucking lynx or whatever the fuck it is, cat. Like a fucking tiger running around his front room.
That pretty it's larger than most dogs do. Like,
I've got 2 cats and a dog, and the cats cause me more trouble than the dog.
right, I think that's going to get built added with a. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah. Kieran, fuck off.
He's going to say that.
Mate, I learned how to build years ago. But I only do it for selective people. How much custard crack has been made and how big does my bank loan need to
1,
be?
not enough, and 2, you need all the money in the world.
Ryan, there's not much custard crack left, but there's another batch going in Vaporoni in about 2 weeks.
It's not a stupidly expensive
2
juice.
weeks.
It's not a stupidly expensive juice.
That's
thought it
actually
was gonna have
something
some-
I want to touch on, actually, and that's that I think that in these times where, you know, you can't go out to your local vape shop and everything, you need to support the online vape shops rather than going and buying shit off eBay and, you know, stuff like that, you know, like actually support the actual real legit vape companies, you know, the ones that are at the moment having, you know, they've been forced to close their doors to the public, you know, and I just think that if everybody could just show a little bit of support by going and buying, you know, your odds and sods from them, you'll find a lot of people are doing some really good deals, discounts and everything at the moment, you know, just to keep everything ticking over. Because if we don't support our vape shops, then they won't reopen once all this is done, you know, and like that's something that I don't want to see, you know, because a lot of them, they're not going to survive depending on, well, there's loads of online vape shops, Evolution, you've got Vape Shed there, Kieran, for example, the Cloud Den, which is a new one that's just opened. My friend Mike, it's an online store. It's got some really, really good juice selection on there. You know, premium juice, no junk. You know, there's loads and loads and loads out there. There's Cheeky Vape. You know, there's so many out there. I don't want you know, I don't want to sort of like say I'll go to this one or that one or the other. Just, you know, there's loads out there. Have a look. Instead of being lazy and just going on eBay or Amazon, go and support your vape shops. You know.
I say
I
this.
can't say I've ever bought juice off eBay or Amazon ever.
They're supporting us.
Delivering. I know a lot of local vape shops are doing.
Yeah, a lot of the bricks and mortar stores are doing delivery, local ones.
Yeah, Electro Vape. Yeah, that's it. I mean, you know, for example, there you go, Electro Vape, great store. You know, the guy who owns it, lovely bloke. Shame about the bloke who promotes him. He's a complete tosser, either. And you know, same with Vape Shed, great shop. Shame about the people that work there. But you know, they are part of our community. No, only joking, Kieran, mate. I only Explorers Vape, but I don't find it the best, to be honest. I mean, look, you know, you're going to find good and bad with all of them. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of them. Some people prefer Tesco, some people prefer Morrison's. You know, it's not. Yep. I'm not here trying to say like go to this one or that one or the other. It's just a general thing of, you know, show a bit of support instead of, you know, buying cheap juice off people on the fucking Facebook group or whatever. You know, go out, you know, stick your hand in your pocket and get your card out and buy some stuff online and keep them going, because, you know, we got to support them because they've been supporting us.
Yeah, damn right.
You know, and at the moment, you know, the way things are, we got to give everybody all the help that they can get. That's the way I see it. You know?
Spread the love.
At this rate, big companies are going to struggle to survive, let alone small companies. So support anybody you can support, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's the thing.
Don't buy on eBay and Amazon.
Fuck eBay, fuck Amazon.
Yeah.
They pay their tax, so fuck them. They're not contributing to us, so fuck them.
I do love a bit of Prime, though. Amazon Prime, you get the coffee and that delivered, I've got to say. It does work out all right.
I just recently cancelled my Prime.
Yeah.
The only thing I watched on it was Grand Tour.
Well, yeah, I mean, at the moment, I've cancelled pretty much everything because it's just pointless. And this is a bone of contention I've actually got with Asda, is that they're charging me £5 a month for my delivery pass. Yeah, I can't book a fucking slot. So, do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, what the fuck? You know, like, and they won't even respond to fucking messages or anything, like saying to them, look, can you stop trying to take that money from my account, please, seeing as you cannot provide the service that I'm paying for. And, you know, as far as I'm concerned, fucking Asda can fuck off, arseholes. You know.
I want to cancel my broadband and my phone with them because I've now got the Virgin one ready to go. They're not taking phone calls. How the fuck are you supposed to cancel it?
Exactly, mate. You know, it's one of these things. It's like, you know, it's like with anything, like with eBay at the moment. If you were to buy something, this is why I'm saying avoid eBay at the moment. If you buy something on eBay and you've got a problem with it, there's no customer service at the moment.
No, so, sure.
Yeah. So what are you going to do? Do you know what I mean? It's one of these things. So, you know, you're better off going to a vape shop. And this is the thing. Most of the vape stuff that's sold on eBay is not actual legitimate vape businesses.
No.
You're supporting companies that are taking money out of the pockets of, you know, like actual real shops that are contributing and paying tax. And do you know what I mean? Like, for me, it's a matter of principle more than anything. Tesco have put all delivery savers on hold. Well, Tesco's, as far as I'm concerned, they're just as bad. Like, you know,
that's exactly what I have done.
The thing is, no, they won't actually. Nobody's cutting off anyone's broadband or anything at the moment. I haven't paid mine for 2 months, and they can't cut it off because of this lockdown thing. Like, the internet's actually classed as a utility under, is it the Geneva Convention? It's something, one of these fucking stupid big fucking laws. Is classed as a utility. It's a basic human right, you know, and it's one of these things that at the moment, with all of this shit that's going on, they won't actually cancel your they won't actually cancel it.
My contract's up at the 18th of April with Talk, so I don't want to renew my contract.
Yeah, don't do that, otherwise you'll be absolutely cooking on open fires again. Support local businesses, butchers and veg shops, and keep everything in the UK. I mean, you know, slight little bit of racism there, Ryan, but, you know, I get your sentiment. No, you're joking, mate. No, but you're right. And do you know what? This is something that I'm actually glad about. And even though it's costing me a little bit more money, the local shops around here are actually delivering. Whereas they didn't offer this service before, and they're actually delivering. So it's actually better because I can support the local shops. That, you know, even the local spa shop, they support the local businesses by, you know, using their produce and stuff like that in there. So I actually do prefer that rather than buying, you know, stuff from Tesco's or whatever that doesn't really. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had to do a Tesco shop yesterday because it was making me very, very poor. Doing all my shopping in convenience stores. There's a reason they're called convenience stores. But
have a look at Redemption Vape. They do some very, very nice cold juices. Excuse me.
What did you say? A very nice cold juice?
Yeah, I know you don't like ITA.
It's kind of very nice.
Put it in the freezer. You'll make it nice and cold then.
Say that. There's no such thing as a nice cold juice, unless you're talking about like orange juice out the fridge or something.
Yes, we know you don't like cold.
Do you know what? I really wish like I could vape the cold juice. It just gives me heartburn. And
I get the heartburn a lot, but when I've got a cold or a sore throat, I like a cold hit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just personal preference, isn't it? You know, it's just one of them things. You know, I like mint flavour. I don't like menthol. Like some people be like, huh? But that's the same thing.
Yeah,
it's not.
well.
No, but it's not the same thing. Menthol is not actually the same as like a fucking like, you know, like the Shamrock type mint flavour. Like, you know, like it's not the same. You know, it's
flavour for every flavour. There's probably 20, 30, 50 types of flavour for every single type of flavour you can imagine. Which is why you prefer one brand of juice's flavour over another brand of juice's flavour. Because they use different flavourings. This is how it works.
yeah. What's that Fantasy Ice range? Is that Fantasy? Is that company that makes all of the juice that looks like fucking Fanta and stuff like that? Is that company?
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't support anybody that engages in blatant IP theft like that. So, you know, it's, as much as their juice might be good, I will never ever support it. You know, because that's just my personal opinion. I've supported my local butchers for 15 years, putting in orders used when they refused to give it to me, and when I went in, preferred to sell to others after putting the prices up overnight. Yeah, unfortunately, that is the way it is. You know, like you just get some people that just tossers.
Register tastes like your vaping tabloid.
That's correct.
End of story.
I agree.
Yeah, 100%.
So, any other questions from the leaguers? Any other questions?
waiting for some.
They're all reacting slow.
I'm just gonna. Just reading the comments.
Go on, fire your questions out. All 15,000 of you that are watching.
Keep me in the background. Yeah, so serious question. What's under that hat? Which one? Which hat? Vinny's got about 5 of them there. It's actually a load of glory holes and like really just hanging his hat on the.
I'm guessing it's aimed at Josh because he's the only one wearing a hat.
Well, yeah, he could have been talking about the 5 that are hanging on the wall right behind your head.
There's nothing under my hat apart from my mop hair. If it's aimed at me, like it needs a cut. The worst thing is, like my whole family are hairdressers. I've never had to pay for a haircut in my life, and I can't get one. My name's Josh, man.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't be safer. I'll be honest, old Ricky. I couldn't be safer. I literally live in a fucking field, in the middle of nowhere. Do you know what I mean? I live in the Hills Have Eyes country, yeah, you know, if I get it here, then it's definitely a conspiracy, and they're putting it in the fucking water or the air or something because no fucking way.
My name's Joe Exotic, innit?
Yeah, Joe Exotic.
Yeah, I've literally not left my house only for
I
shopping.
didn't change it, did I? I meant to change it, but yeah, no,
There you go.
Just
So Vaporoni custard versus King's custard. Who's used both? I haven't. I've only used the King's. Vinny?
I've only ever used. I will leave this one to you
I
then.
have to say I'd go for the Vapor. Yeah, I'd go Vaporoni, and that's controversial. I know how controversial that is, but Vaporoni, it sometimes it's like a really caramel custard, and then sometimes it's like a treacle tart as well. With it, it's crack. I just can't stop vaping this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Trip Hammer Devon custard is bloody nice, Sean. You're 100% right there. I've got quite a few of the Trip Hammer juices, and I like it. So they're all very sort of like very British flavors, you know, cream tea scone and stuff like that. Products Andy and Chris use for their head. Me, I use Mr. Muscle. Keeps umpting things clean. And
Me,
Chris,
I literally use absolutely fuck all because I am naturally bald.
Yeah, I'm unnaturally bald. It's a mixture of baldness and alopecia, which are basically the same thing but different, if that makes sense. I've got both. I've got like the normal male pattern baldness, then I've got fucking crop circles all over my head, which fucking makes me look like a domino. So that's the way of it. Bloody Carol Baskin. She's the reason we were in lockdown. Yeah, Carol Baskin's getting the blame for a lot of shit these days. I mean, I heard
I'll blame her for this.
Gunman on the grassy knoll. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but you know, it's Carol Baskin. It might well be. Yeah, it is, Sean. I absolutely love it. I found the Devon custard a little bit dry, if that makes any sense. It's a little tiny bit on the dry side for me. Some custards can be, though. You know, they can be a bit on the dry side, which is why I like the King's custard so much, because it's just full of flavour. There's none of that dryness or throaty hit that you get from some custards. Now, here's another one. Is the Yorkshire Vapor Juice any good? I can't believe you just said that, Colin, because I was literally just about to say Yorkshire Vapor has actually been sold, I believe.
Yeah.
It's been taken over by somebody else. I'm not sure who it is. I've got a good idea, but I'm not 100% sure. But basically, yes, Yorkshire Vapor Juice is good. The butterscotch custard is as good as any custard that I've ever had.
I think the liquids have changed because I've recently had some from having a gap, and I think the quality seems to have dropped off a bit since Dale sold up.
Right. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I saw Scott Feakston, you know, Coils by Scott. He put up a post the other day, you know, that he's been made redundant, obviously, because, you know, he was the juice he was the production manager in the juice factory. On another note, anyone got any sardine oil?
Groom's gone walkabout.
Yeah, Groom's gone walkabout. So Yorkshire Vapor is the juice that I've had off them. The butterscotch custard is one of the better custards that I've actually had, in all honesty. It's really good. I used to buy the concentrate and I'd mix it up at I'd mix it up at 20% low. So at 15% it just wasn't enough, you know. At 20% is really, really nice. Old faithful classic red, waiting for it to saturate the cotton. Nice. Yeah, I mean, like I really liked, like I say, the butterscotch custard, and there's also, I think, is it a caramel latte one they do as well? I've got some of that. I'm gonna actually have a look, see if I've got any VG knocking around. I'm still living in a Louis Vuitton suitcase, mate.
I would love to try some coffee, mate. I've not tried any for a very long time.
I never drunk much coffee, and recently I've started to drink a little bit of coffee every now and again, just for the caffeine hit as much as anything. But I can vape coffee. I just couldn't used to be able to drink it. And now I can do both.
That's a banging coffee.
Grows back.
I can still fucking hear you, cunt.
And? What do you think I waited till you was actually back on screen to say that you was back?
Yeah, Zippy, Sean's on fire. Actually, it was
just talking spirits, but phenomenal. Get it. Sorry, Ben, I interrupted.
Oh, don't worry. Oh, shit. What have I just dropped?
Oh, man, I definitely...
Probably your left titty.
There, dude. No, I quite like coffee as a vape.
Believe so, Scott. I believe it was Juice Source that bought the Yorkshire Vapor.
Juice Source bought out Yorkshire Vapor.
Yeah, that's who bought them.
Which one's got which in it? Halo 66, not tied up. Tell you what, it's nice.
The last coffee I tried, it was V juice, and I was still on 24 milligram nicotine.
So I was gutted. I got this cotton, right, and I wicked it up, and I didn't get any buzz off it at all. I mean, like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, I don't know if I was doing it wrong or something. Yeah,
you're always doing it wrong, Andy.
Yeah, I bought this 50 quid off some guy on Instagram.
What's the weight?
Oh.
I just went and grabbed my billet boxes just so I had something else to vape on. But, yeah, if you want to talk about overly priced vape stuff, come and join some billet box groups. It's fucking hilarious. Looking to sell friendly flipper doors. Recommended retail price $59.99. Looking for 500 shipped. Like, that is literally what it is like. I'm not even joking. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep, billet boxes are fucking awesome, but they are very addictive. Like the buying and selling and getting all the different bits and bobs and square buttons, and you meant to roll it in a set of Rizzlers. That's where I was going wrong, mate. That's where I was going wrong. But yeah,
that's 3 bottles of custard crack orders.
That's probably the last 3. I knew it was getting low.
Drago cotton, is that from the Ukraine?
Drogo, he's Russian. Russian. If he dies, he dies.
Yeah. No, but like if you watch Creed 2, he got exiled to the Ukraine, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
I enjoyed those films, dude. I enjoyed both the Creed films. I thought they held up.
Yeah, like loads of people said, "Oh, Creed films shit." I found, you know, all right. Michael B. Jordan is not a heavyweight. I don't give a shit what anyone says. Right? I just don't care. He's like a fucking, he's like a black Oompa Loompa, and you know, and I know they like to make it like David v Goliath type, you know, thing with the Rocky films and that.
Okay, neither was Sylvester Stallone, mate. He wasn't a heavyweight either.
Well, no, exactly. For Rocky 4, Sylvester Stallone actually dieted down to 11 stone. There's some crack on the way, so let you know what it's like.
It's very good to sit down. I'll take some.
I know I said support your local dealers, but I didn't literally mean it like that. But yeah, Sylvester Stallone dieted down to 11 stone for Rocky 4, right? Because Ivan Drago's so big, right? They wanted to make, do you know what I mean? Like Dolph Lundgren's so big, they wanted to make it look even more big. And then what he did was he literally ate one slice of burnt toast, dry, no butter or anything on it, a day to diet down, right? And then once he got down to skin and bone, 11 stone, then he fleshed back out, just clean bulked back out up to about 13.5 stone, which is not even a heavy, do you know what I mean?
Probably said the classic bodybuilder trait of drinking loads of white wine and stuff like that. Which is very dehydrate the body, make
switch it on.
That's the best comment I've ever seen. That's the best comment yet. Yeah, Dolphin He-Man. That was awesome, that movie. Masters of the Universe.
Oh, it fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah, but it was so shit.
Got that on DVD.
It was so shit. It was good. Some of them films are so crap, but they're just hilarious, man. I mean, you know, you watch it back now. I mean, like,
it's just like the latest Fast and Furious. Them that shit. They actually you just have to watch them for the laughter.
Well, actually, right, the Hobbs and Shaw one. You know, I got paid quite a lot for that one.
Just because you were in it early.
No, I know. I was going to say, like, look, you know, you're getting a bit personal here now, and you know, I've got a lot of effort into Hobbs and Shaw. Do you know what I mean? It's no, actually, I'll be honest with you, I don't like the Fast and Furious movies. I really don't. But the Hobbs and Shaw one was actually really fucking good. I enjoyed that.
I put it's 22 Jump Street, and people don't appreciate that shit.
Yeah, Jump Street.
I liked them.
My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff.
My name's Jeff.
My name is Jeff. Yeah, man. This is Jeff. He's a heifer, yo. It's fucking hilarious. Absolutely fucking hilarious.
Into its incredibly descriptive detail.
Yeah, tell him a story, man. That's a amazing name, Holmes. Best bit though, the best bit is that scene where
Last Expo was just all about that film. Beautiful and right, just
the fucking
the
best bit in it though is that bit. Chris put the fucking clip in the thing when he finds out the captain. He sat there, he's putting a bulletproof vest on, and Channing Tatum just sat there like that.
You fucked the captain.
Oh, this isn't happening. This isn't happening right now. He's fucking the captain's daughter. Yo. And Ice Cube's like, yeah, every time he
says that, that's a foot up your ass.
It ain't. It's not, honestly, it's not.
Yeah, that's not it. He sat there putting a bulletproof vest on and that. He's like, why are you wearing Kevlar, man? Fucking brilliant. The original Gone in 60 Seconds. It's the bomb. One of my ex-girlfriends used to call me that. I don't know why.
The bomb.
Well, Gone in 60 seconds.
Yeah.
No, that was more like Done in 60 seconds.
Ah, that's what it was.
Debbie Does Dallas. No, that's good.
Outlier as well. Yeah, that was a good film. Not as good as Friday though. Friday's got to be my favourite sort of like ghetto sort of like film. I don't know. I just find that absolutely fucking hilarious.
I like. I can't remember.
The other one is good. A lot of people probably.
Juice in the Hood, man. That's the best.
What's that? Don't be a menace to society while sipping on juice in the hood or whatever it's called.
Don't be a menace to South Central ones.
That's it, yeah. Now, that is fucking hilarious because if you've actually watched all of the old films like Menace to Society and Boys in the Hood and stuff like that, they actually got the same actors and actresses from them scenes to do the parody scenes, like at the beginning when the woman's crying that her son's been shot, and it is actually Doughboy and Ricky's mum from Boys in the Hood. It's the same fucking woman. And also the guy that gets curb stomped as well, it's the same guy, and he walks out the house and does the exact same fucking stupid overreactive look and everything. It's just fucking hilarious. No, guys, the original, not the one with Nick Cage. Yeah, isn't it a foreign movie though? The Gone in 60 Seconds, the original one, or am I thinking of a really bad porno?
I was watching what was it, Road Trip with what's his name out of American Pie, Stifler.
Oh, sure.
Sean something, yeah. That
Adam
was hilarious.
Yeah, that's good. There's a lot of good Road Trip, hasn't that got you in it, isn't it, Josh?
Yep.
Yeah, Jonah Hill's in that.
I think so. Has he got me in it?
No?
Yeah, it has, yeah.
Has he?
No, it's right. No, I'm thinking of a different film entirely. I'm being absolutely stupid now.
It actually reminds me, he's actually got.
Roll this back a bit and then get an ending in somewhere.
Nah.
Please.
We're enjoying it. Just chill with us, Vin.
I think Vinny wants to go and get something to eat, although he needs a shit.
No.
Don't think that we haven't heard you dropping them.
I'm thinking the film is called Grandma's Boy, right? It's called Grandma's Boy. It was the first film that I really saw Jonah Hill in. And that's like, it's quite an unknown movie. It's made by Adam Sandler's company, Happy Madison. It's made in Cali, if I remember correctly. So yeah, it could be Paul.
It's Andy. It's always Andy. Every time he messes with his phone and he's on, we get the Phantom Wanker. Phantom Angry Wanker.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I've got to talk to no else.
Right, before we leave, does anybody actually have any vaping-related questions? More vaping-related questions?
Any vape-related questions?
Mate, this big weekend is going to be hard work, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very.
It's gonna be, yeah.
I'm going to make sure there's no alcohol in the house whatsoever.
The Friday is okay. The Saturday, the Sunday is just going to be killer.
Yeah, especially now. We don't have breaks on the Saturday really anymore.
No, because we've had to fill it up.
Yeah.
Okay, here's an interesting point. Okay, so how come no one's dying of vaping anymore since this coronavirus started?
Right.
Well, saying that, there was a link about saying that if you vape, you've got a high chance of catching coronavirus.
No, bullshit.
I think it was posted in the chat last night.
Yeah, this is an American.
It's American bullshit.
Company that are just same as Kumo passing that fucking bill in America with a coronavirus bill. What cunt?
Favourite two on my show? Them two.
Nice.
Two of the mods that are on my to buy list one day.
I just got some really stupidly overly pimped out billet boxes.
This is probably my favourite mod of all time.
Yeah, the acrylic XRs are fucking gorgeous. I've got to get one.
This is what I picked personally. I like purple and I like blue.
These are my two current favourite mods.
I mean, for me,
and then a siege. Love a siege.
Yeah, the siege. I was going to say you love the siege, didn't you, Josh? I love the siege. I've given them a bit of a break for a while, and I've been on my stacks. Quite a lot. What was
that one's easy for me.
What was your worst?
I enjoy Capo Squonk. Boom. 20 minutes. I own that. 20 minutes and I've sold it on.
Mine's controversial because I haven't yet reviewed it, but it's the .mod AOI.
Ooh.
What you don't
I
like
know.
it?
It looks pretty,
But
they in my opinion, they rushed that out before they.
Why? What do you think? 'Cause I actually had one. I had one for a little while, and I let it go to somebody. But I mean,
Their stock coils are gash.
okay, I actually thought they were all right.
The airflow for me is in the wrong place. It needs to be lower.
Right.
But it's above where the airflow is on the control for the coil.
And that's why you spend half the money and buy a Mulos.
Yeah, but that doesn't actually really matter, though, Vinny, because it can only go in through the bottom. There's nowhere else that the air can get sucked in, so it wouldn't matter whether the airflow is on the snorkel system.
It comes down and then comes up. For me, it needs to be on a par with the actual.
I understand what you mean, but that won't actually make any difference in anything else because the air's still going into the bottom of the bridge, borrow, whatever it is you want to call it, the bottom of the tank is still going in there at the same place. Where it's come from, unless it's come from Chris's arse, it doesn't really matter. You know?
I'll blame my arse, blame his.
The other airflow is on the other side of it, which has no airflow whatsoever. So the only airflow is going in that one way at the bottom of that coil.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it doesn't matter where it actually comes from; it still gets.
But there's only one side. It should have been on both sides.
All right, boys.
The other side, or put one at the front.
But that's the same as.
Here's a question to all of you, right? So we're all big Mac users. What's the best regulated mod you've used?
Ooh. I'd have to go with because I haven't had lots of them.
Yeah, all right, Andy.
I love
your billet box.
Like,
Right, so
for me,
if Mac mods didn't exist, and Andy, for you, if billet boxes didn't exist, we'll take a billet box out of the equation for you. If you had to,
I'm honest with you, it'd probably be something along the lines of the top side dual original one with that chip in it. With that chip, I absolutely love that chip. I really do. I think it's fucking awesome, and I think that no matter what mod it's in, it'll be great. You know, I think they really fucked up putting that Yeehee chip in the carbon. That was the biggest mistake they made with that. The best chipset in the mod for me.
DNA.
No, the die codes.
Right, die codes, but die codes are expensive and they're hard to get hold of.
Yeah, but if you do get hold of one, they're fucking awesome. The new SQ mod they made with that chipset in it, I believe that the regulated one has got the code chip in it. Is it DNA?
No, it's a DNA 75.
Ah, right, okay. I mean, you know, to a certain point with regulated, I mean, the reason that the die codes beats the DNA, in my opinion, is that watt for watt, it puts out more power. Like 25 watts on the die codes is like 40 watts on the DNA with the same build. It's really strange. For me, the best regulated mod is the Lost Vape Tried DNA 250C as an everyday use. For me, it was a bit heavy.
I didn't like it. I had one.
Yeah, I had one. It's a bit heavy.
Didn't love it. Didn't like it.
Yeah, it's a little bit heavy for me.
I take a paranormal over a triad every other week.
Vinny likes the Rebel vapes. They're his favourite.
I don't think DNA chips are overrated. I think DNA chips are great. I think they're very...
Yeah, right, okay, so...
Especially with the software, you can go and do what you want. I mean...
I'm going to explain something about the DNA C chip and what the actual difference, other than the colour screen is that it handles LiPo a lot better than the standard DNA chip, right? So unless you're using a LiPo mod, really, you should save yourself a few quid and just get a standard DNA, because really there's not that much difference other than the replay mode, which unless you use shit fucking stainless steel coils or whatever, you ain't going to use it anyway, you know, but it's... Yeah, there's not really that much difference with the DNA C. The DNA C chip's a lot more, how can I say, finicky. Like,
temperamental?
Yeah, I mean, it can be. I've got quite a few DNA C mods and I don't have any problems with them. I've seen other people do, but, like, how you doing, Sam, mate? Another ginger to the mix.
Right, you want to keep going. I'm going to pop back in about 20 minutes.
All right, mate. You pop back.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
You guys keep going.
But yeah,
Told you needed the shit.
the
Why are you-
Voodoo Drag Nanopod and the Drag family in general. Right, okay. So the Drag for me is bulletproof, right? The Gene Chip is fucking great. And I've actually got the Drag Nano, and I do use it for Salt Nick, and it's actually really good. I sold quite a lot of the Platinum kits, the Drag 2s as well, which, I mean, look, you'll always find people that have got a Drag and it's like 3 years old, battered to shit, but it's never missed a beat. You know, they're kind of bulletproof, which is great for someone like Chris. You know,
I've literally managed to drop this out my car.
Yeah, he breaks stuff for a hobby. He's made breaking stuff into a vocation.
What have I broken?
The fucking brakes on my wheelchair.
That was just a wheelchair. That's only you. No one really cares.
Yeah, he broke his wheelchair.
That's what I'm saying. Like my
fixed it, didn't I?
still going strong.
Sucked ass, dude.
Like, okay, actually saying that the VGod regulated the Elite. That was a fucking awesome chip in that. Really fucking good. It had
I managed to kill one.
what the Elite one or the Pro?
Yeah, you know, remember Vinny's old V-God?
Yeah.
I managed to kill it.
How'd you do that?
Basically, he managed to break the bottom plate.
Right. Okay.
I tried a few things just to try and fix the plate down on the bottom so it didn't keep moving around and so on. I'd had a couple of shandies and I kind of had the genius idea of soldering the plate down.
Right. Yeah, that sounds like a fucking great plan, mate.
Absolutely fantastic.
The greatest plan since Eric the Viking ordered a fucking 1,000 helmets with the horns on the inside, mate. To quote Black Panther. You know, but yeah. Soldering the door shut on it. So what were you going to do?
No, it wasn't the door being shut. It was the actual contact plate.
Right.
So I couldn't. Yeah, it was just one of them things. I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Just let everyone know we can't put your comments up now because Vinny's gone.
Yeah, because Vinny's gone. We don't know how to do it. Now,
no, we can't do it because none of us have access. So
yeah, none of us have that access.
Yeah, only Vinny and Rabbit are allowed, apparently.
Well, no, I'm allowed now, but he hasn't given me the code yet.
Right.
I was told I could have the code. Didn't get it.
Yeah.
But then again, my computer's that old. I have to keep feeding coal into it.
But yes, Ryan, I have tried the Class coffee with a good whiskey, and it's fucking phenomenal. And I'm now on the Hicks strawberry cheesecake in my unit, and it's fucking amazing. Amazing juice brands, man. They just need better labels, in my opinion. These labels leave a lot to be desired, but the juice is phenomenal.
So, any new products that are coming out that anybody's excited about other than the Viking Grit?
That Rage Nation, that Zippy's been was tested out during Christmas. I really want one of them. When I was trying it out at the expo, it was an instant. I want. She hasn't told me how much that.
Oh, it looks like a Dalek off Doctor Who. Is that the one?
No,
No, the one with the zigzaggy type patterns and the dots.
but this is when you had pneumonia. But that Rage Nation, it is cool, man. It
It is a very nice mod.
It hits really well. Zippy put it in Ariel's hands, and Ariel's like, "This is cool, really cool. It's a really nice mod, man."
Mm.
Yeah, it's nice to see different looking mechs as well. Coming out.
Hopefully, a good UK mech brand. Hopefully, this whole shit doesn't hit them hard. I mean, times are hard for a lot of companies right now, so hopefully, it don't hit them too hard.
Yes, I know, Steve. Zip, it's in stacked, and that's what I want.
Yeah, it looks fucking cool as shit, Zippy. It does.
I've been using my stacks a lot lately, actually.
I don't break out stacks often, but this one's particularly special. The Slugger.
Yeah, something about it. I didn't think I was going to like it. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I didn't think I was going to like it, and I got one.
Dude, it's
And I was
comfortable.
like, it's just fucking awesome.
It makes sense to have this.
Like, you know, and it's like a multi-tool. I mean, if someone annoys you, you can bash their brains in with it.
Yeah,
Fucking great. Do you know what I mean? It looks like a cosh, but
yeah,
I mean,
I wouldn't carry this in public, dude.
yeah, I'd probably get sent to jail for carrying that around.
Look at it, man. It's fucking dirty.
Samuel like sounds like a finishing move for an
I've
angry.
also got that same stack that you've got, Andy.
He's like they only take 2650s and 18650s, but they still hit pretty. You know, they hit pretty good, and I don't know. I just like these. I've been using my hammer a bit as well.
You know what, mate? I think there's going to be a bit of an 18650 resurgence at some point. Like, I think people are starting to go back.
Well, yeah, because the batteries have actually, the 18650s are catching up now with the 21700s for the performance. You know, like with the Molicel P26As and stuff like that. There's not that much in it between them and 30Ts and and stuff like that.
I use a P28A and it's a good.
Yeah, you can't get them now, can you? The P28As anywhere. Like I've got a load of them. Yeah, I've got like about 10 of them. Like, which I was glad I got them.
I bought a few when they were about.
Yeah. Put a blue tip on it and call it a pool cue. You could do that indeed. It's like a Vinny used to call his endless one. It was like the cake.
They're all on pool.
Vinny had an endless.
Is it endless? Vinny had?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because the one that John had off him.
Yeah,
the
no.
one that John had off him that he never paid him for it. John Brown.
I know you're on about. I don't remember that.
Yeah, that's what he owed Vinny that money for. And that was what all that shit was about, if you remember.
Yeah, I remember all that.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? Like that's basically what it was about. Was Vinny give him the fucking mech on the drip, right? And he was meant to pay him off bit by bit, and he traded it, sold the mod that he traded it for, fucking give up vaping, came back again, this, that, the other, and still hadn't paid Vinny for it. So, you know, it's it's one of them things.
Yeah, it's one of the things I'll just
judge. Size of battery alone of power a lot. It's a combo of a lot of things. Well, 18650s have got a lower resistance anyway, because of the size of them, I believe.
Just internal battery stats, that's the way it works.
Yeah. But the Molicels are
they're very good batteries.
Yeah, they are. They're really good. It's pretty. If I'm honest with you, it's pretty much all I use. I mean, that's what I've got in
Really
the
good. Someone like Molicel on the show, isn't it? Like the company that actually endorses vaping with their batteries.
Unlike Samsung, wankers.
Well, I've got a lot of Samsung batteries, but fuck Samsung.
Yeah, not that I'm going to buy any more of them because the Molicels are better anyway. But
talking of companies advertising their cells, I forgot who it was, but it was not this expo, the expo 2018.
Yeah.
Start of 2019, end of 2018. There was I forgot who that was. I think that was oh god. Can't remember who it was, but the picture was a big bloody border and the battery, and then literally it looked like it was exploding. There was flames and everything coming all the way around it. I'm like, that's a really fantastic idea. Make your battery look like it's exploding and try and get people to buy them.
But it would just be a rewrap, dude. Like, what people don't understand is...
Yeah, he's one of them rewrap companies, but...
well, no, they're all rewrap companies. There's like 2 battery companies in the whole fucking world that actually make them. Like, you know...
Well, there's obviously Samsung, LG, Panasonic, Sanyo, and... Another one, I can't remember who it is, but they're awful.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. You know, like, people are like, you know, my Sony batteries and stuff, and they're not actually Sony.
Sony, yeah.
You know, but I just use that as an example. Like, you know, like people will be like, you know, my iJoys or whatever, and they're just another.
Whether they can buy cheapest at the time. This is the thing.
Like the vape cell or vap cell, whatever you want to call them. Like, you know, them vape cells. They were just rewraps.
They were using decent cells, vap cell.
Yeah, they were. Like, they were using their 2700s with the Sanyo A's after you couldn't get the Sanyo A 2700s anymore. It was that they were the the first ones that were doing the rewraps of them. You know, and it's one of the things. Yo, Chris, how's it going, mate? But yeah, it's one of them things. You know, you get some people that'll still. I mean, Expo last May, I was talking to Ben from Fogstar, and basically he said that the 25R was still his biggest seller. You know, he said he literally sold thousands of them a month. Like, you know.
People stick with what they know. You know, that's
I mean, shops like
in the day, it was such a good fucking battery. It was one of the best sells on the market. It's still a solid sell.
But yeah, it's one of them. It's one of them things, you know, with batteries. Yeah, it's there for you, Chris, mate, whenever you want it, bud. Oh, what's this? I thought I turned on the noise as well.
The October one, Colin, we're not 100% sure on.
The May one,
the May one is cancelled, and LXV are doing a virtual expo.
We've got
over the same weekend.
30 plus companies, 30 plus vendors live here on this channel.
Yep. We are bringing the expo to you.
We're going for 3 days straight from 9:30 in the morning till pretty much 11 o'clock at night every day. It's going to be a couple of breaks in between, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we're pretty much live all day with some amazing companies. So just tune in. You know, we're going to bring it to you. We're all disappointed next cancelled. We want to hang out, so we'll just hang out and we'll enjoy it, and we'll talk to all these companies live. We'll see their
Oh, and don't forget, Josh here will be in his mankini.
Yeah.
Well, at some point, maybe, if you're lucky.
Merle's Mods, what's your thoughts of them thinking of getting a custom from them? I don't really know too much about Merle's Mods, really, if I'm honest with you.
I don't either.
Neither do I know somebody that's just recently left isn't the biggest fan, but that's not because of the mods, it's something else. So we'll leave that at that.
Yeah, none of us really know too much about the Merle's mod to give you any thoughts on it.
Well, there could be giveaways and stuff like that still done, and discounts and other stuff.
Rewards.
You know? Yeah, through the rewards. Sorry.
There's going to be a lot going on, Colin. But if you go to Expo for freebies, then
yeah, you know, it's like I never ever come back with any of that shit. Really, like, you know, it's just.
I do, but I'll just give it away.
Yeah, there's definitely stuff going on, and the weekend after we're holding a charity auction for a charity that's very close to our hearts. So stuff will be going cheap, no doubt, because it's auction style. But there'll be stuff going on, no doubt. Hopefully, we're going to get some codes and stuff going on for that weekend. But mainly, just come in and support the vape companies. You know, they're here. They want to talk to you. They want to show you their products. They want to just enjoy having a good weekend with you guys. So, like I said, 30 plus companies coming on over the weekend, plus our usual bants about snacks and shit like that.
Yes, Scott Leaning. Samuel on YouTube has said one-man band, Merle's Mods. Bogan had a good impression of it, if that helps you at all.
Fuck
Bogan. No, I'm joking. Bogan's actually all right. I don't mind him actually too much. He puts his name to any old shit, though. I'll say that much. You know, that's
Bogan, and then I met him. He's a fucking asshole.
Yeah, he is a bit of an arrogant pricking person. Like, he's always been all right to me. It's just obviously like the way he's been to other people's a bit.
And I like out of all the reviewers, I actually like his reviews. If he says his reviews aren't paid for, they're not paid for. Fair enough. You know, seems like a solid guy. Likes a beer. I'm happy. But that time I met him, he was a bit of an asshole. So
never really spoke to him.
I mean, you know, it's one of these things. I think that there's too many people out there that just want to get their name put on a product. And, you know, the problem that you've got with that is they're endorsing products that aren't actually good. And people are buying them just based off the name of them. And, you know, like for me, that's a bit of an issue, especially when you've got reviewers that bring out RDAs and stuff like that, and then do reviews on them themselves, and then rate them as number 2 in the best RDA of the year in their choice of RDAs. I mean, like, we all know who I'm talking about. I'm not going to say his name, JA's. But, you know, but I don't actually class him as a reviewer really as such. He does do reviews. He's more of an entertainer than anything. So, you know, you got to take a lot of what he says with a big pinch of salt. And yeah, it's just one of them
But
things.
isn't reviewing sort of like, you got to be entertaining? You know what I mean?
To have that amount of followers, you've got to have some
you've got to be entertaining.
Joy to it, but at the same time, like, you have to review a product unbiasedly. This is the thing. So,
oh yes,
the thing, and again, this goes back to the whole thing of everybody's different. Everybody likes different things in a product.
Yeah.
Some people like a tighter draw, some people like a looser draw, some people like a particular flavor, this, that, or the other. So, if they say a product's bad, don't think it's bad because they've said it's bad.
I don't ever look at a review
yourself.
Yeah, right. See, what I do is I look at reviews just so that I can see the product and see what's in the box and this and that and the other and how it works. I'm not interested in their opinion on it, right? Because a lot of reviewers, they do a pros and cons thing, which means they're actually looking for things to say that are negative about a product, whereas, you know, there might not be anything negative about a product, but then they just invent stuff that's negative about it just for the sake of it. I mean, you know, there was the Grim Green review that he did of the Vicious Ant Squonk, and he was saying about how all squonks leak and this and that and the other, and, you know, it's just because of the way you hold the bottle. But, you know, if he'd have actually bothered looking at the bottle that was in his hand, it's actually got a metal collar at the top that you can hold it by so that you don't squeeze it and it doesn't leak. I mean, like, they've got a
like the Half Moon.
Yeah, they've got a proprietary squonk system. No, it's actually...
It's the Vicious Ant. I know exactly the review. I've watched it. I've seen it. I mean,
it goes down into the actual top of the bottle. It's got like a metal insert that goes down into the top of the bottle, so you can hold it by that. And it's one of them things that he just invented. Basically, the Own Boy Squonk, was it the Rage or whatever it was called, that came out afterwards, and that leaked like the fucking Titanic. So I honestly believe that they were just saying all squonks leak because they just wanted to say, well, it's just a squonk, it leaks, you know, it's just the way they are. When in reality, I've had quite a few squonks that don't leak. The Armageddon ones don't leak. The SQs don't leak. The Chronics, they don't leak. The top sides.
I think it depends how hard you squonk. You know what I mean? If you squonk a lot, or some people...
I've literally only ever used that heap of junk, the iJoy Capo. I had the
worst thing ever made in vaping.
Yeah. That was a pile of junk. That weight was 80 watts. I mean, from what I read and saw, it had the potential of being good, but they just completely and utterly fucked it up. And I was like, how the fuck can you make such a terrible mod? It was just absolute dog shit. Then I had the BF Squonk. And then the last one I had was the Half Moon that I recently sold. Now, that one was my favourite out of all of them.
The terrible squonks out there. The Feed Link, which was shocking. There's loads, but there are some really good squonks. I mean, you need to make a squonk simple. Some companies completely overdo what a squonk should be.
Yeah. I mean, it's
never got to try the SQ.
I love
Unless I've had to go on one of yours, Andy.
I love the SQ, and I've got one coming back. I actually had the Grim Green edition SQ, and it was an awesome bit of kit.
Yeah, I've had quite a few of them. The SQs, really good mods. You know, do they hit as hard as some squonks? Not really, but the design, the way that they sit in your hand, they're pretty bulletproof. You know,
I think they hit really well.
They do hit really well, but like,
I mean, I've never had a Chronig, so I don't know, but
yeah, the Chronics like a tube, like they're just a freak of nature. It's a bit like the Exile, you know. It's just one of them freak fucking things that just that just hits really hard.
He's enjoying some family time, Chris.
Where's Rabbit? Yeah, Rabbit's having some family time. the thing is for Rabbit, he's in the States where you are, and he forgets what time we're on sometimes. So
Yeah.
it's a difficult time.
We regularly say 7 p.m., 7 p.m., and he thinks 7 p.m. his time sometimes.
No, he knows what time we're on, but he's got a lot of kids, and shit happens,
Yeah, it's life.
But we miss Rabbit. We love Rabbit.
Oh, here we go.
I'm actually going to have to jump off, lads, and I'll say bye now, and I'll catch you all in a bit. I've just got to go.
Well, it looks like Vincent's come to shut us all down now.
So I'll catch you all later. Take it easy.
See you later, Andy.
Bye, Andy.
I hope you... We're about to shut off anyway.
Yeah,
I hope you broke it up with a stick, by the way, Vin.
You have to what?
I hope you broke it up with the stick first.
What, my son?
No, you shit.
I'll put my son to bed, Chris.
So you say.
Bye then, Chris. Final thoughts?
Stay indoors. Don't be an idiot. Wash your hands. Keep it cloudy. And enjoy the rest of your week. There.
Spot on. Say bye-bye, Josh.
Bye, Leaguers. Love you all. Bye, guys.
Bye, Josh.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for watching.
And we're still live. And Vinny's muted.
Was that the ending one or was that the intro?
That's the intro.
That was the intro, wasn't it?
Ryan's got his... Fuck's sake, Vincent, really?
We're still live. We're still live.
He's still trying to find it.
This is the best thing that's ever happened. Ever. I mean, ever.
His best fuck up ever.